The answer to that is yes and no. No, because there are so many things to see and do in Budapest that 24 hours is nowhere near enough time to explore all of that. So it's not the best way to go about it. And I apply that to just traveling in general. With that said, however, I understand the allure of trying to squeeze one more city into your itinerary. After all, you probably flew thousands of miles to get to Europe, so why not try and sample one more city? That way you can decide whether it's worth coming back to at a later date and staying for a longer duration. And that's the perspective you should adopt when putting this technique into play. Don't utilize it just to be able to squeeze in a city and check it off your to visit list. Rather, view it as research on a future investment. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes it only takes a couple of hours for you to realize whether you're attracted to a city or not. Therefore, you're able to take that information and potentially save yourself hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars on a future travel itinerary. I'm considering doing a follow-up video where I really dive deep into this technique. So if you're interested in that, please let me know down in the comment section. For this video, however, I wanted to bring you guys along my favorite attractions in Budapest that could easily be explored if time is limited. So let's get to it. Oh, and just a forewarning, I might mispronounce a couple of these places, but I'm gonna try to pronounce them and just see how it goes. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first stop is just past Heroes Square, which is a castle called Vajdahunyad Castle that was completed in 1869. My interest in castles has been growing over the years, and this one is a joy to look at and photograph. For longer stays, the surrounding park is quite large, which makes it a great place to go for runs. Next up is St. Stephen's Basilica, where paying a few Hungarian forints to get to the top is beyond worth it. The views you get at the top are spectacular. Built between 1851 to 1905, this Catholic place of worship is a great place to spend an hour or two exploring. Once you're done, say hello to the fat policeman before heading to the third stop, which is the Parliament Building. In the Gothic Revival style, this is by far one of the most picturesque buildings in Europe, but this is not its best viewing angle, so more on that later. Making our way to the Buda side of the river Danube is my favorite spot in the city, called Fisherman's Bastion. And although it was a good amount of fog in the air, the views from here are epic. Find a nice spot and simply take it all in. The next spot on the same side is the Buda Castle. Although I'm a bigger fan of the previous castle, the entire area provides plenty of things to see and do. My favorite is the views of the Széchenyi Chain Bridge. And as the day comes to a close, the final stop is at the best view of the Parliament Building, which is right across from it and at night. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, my recommendations for Budapest when time is limited. Just to reiterate, having the mentality of just visiting these cities to check them off your list is not my recommended way of doing things, but if you slightly adjust your perspective and view it as a fact-finding mission, research mission to just get a small taste of it for future planning, that could potentially save you a lot of money. Again, it's the long game of the traveling lifestyle. That's what this channel is all about, to be able to travel every year, multiple times a year, not just around the corner, but to international destinations. So that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, please consider subscribing to this channel, hitting that thumbs up button, the little notification bell, the little notification bell, and always remember to work hard, invest in yourself, and travel the world. Peace.